welcome to this virtual adaptation of the 2020 Irvine Candidates Forum. My name is Kevin Corrigan, and it has been my great honor and privilege to have been a part of the planning, hosting, and moderating of this event. Joining me today is Anshul Garg, one of the 14 candidates for Irvine City Council. At this time, I will turn to Anshul Garg for his opening statement.
Well, hello, thank you for the opportunity to speak on this forum. And I would just like to start as I am Anshul Garg. I live in Irvine for about 18 years now. And I have my family with me along with 2 daughters. And I have been in multiple areas of Irvine. The most beautiful part of the Irvine is that every area is so beautiful. And I have enjoyed a lot, everything. I have been in IT for so many years. And then in the last 2 years, me and my wife decided to open a Montessori school to serve the community. And we are proud to say that we are still serving the essential parents in this pandemic. Other than that, I'm actually a passionate person about people. That is what I have done in my whole life, listening to the people. And that is what actually forced me to get involved with the city to help more people in the most critical time of this pandemic. Other than that, as I said, I'm in the financial industry and I'm helping people to make their financial futures. Thank you.
What measures would you support to reduce the effects of climate change on public health? How can the city reduce its dependence on fossil fuels and reduce its carbon footprint? Should reports from the Council's Environmental Advisory Council be a regular item on the City of Irvine City Council agenda?
Yes, absolutely. I am all about climate, and I actually support and like our current mayor, Shea, who has started the endeavor of having, organic chemicals all around the city for the kids' safety and adult safety also. I think we have enough of greenery in our city, but we definitely need to make a stop or reduce terribly all the engines or motors or those things which are using these oils, and they should more be using the natural energy so that these footprints can be just diminished out of our earth, because the whole world is dealing with this problem. And for Irvine, it is really important because now we are getting congested a little bit because Irvine is attracting so many people. And everybody is having, in the household, there are 3-4 cars, and, most of them are running on, gas. And we do not have, factory situations in Irvine itself, in the city, but still the vehicle which are making all these, gases, they are really hurtful for people. And I have also heard from one person that even in normal days, when there is no traffic, they are saying the air quality of Irvine is going down, which is really a concern for us, as well as for the newborns, our pets, and everybody, the elderlies. And so we have to look continuously to improve the situation on this. And I would say, yes, the council's environmental advisory will definitely be looked at on a regular basis once I come in. Thank you.
How does public safety rank on your list of priorities? Do you envision a larger police or fire department? What does your support look like right now? And upon being elected, how would you look to assist the Irvine Police Department in its mission of working in partnership with the community, preserving the peace, and upholding the law with fairness?
Thank you for asking this question. This question is really very near to my heart because, again, as I am all about safety and I am all about keeping the status of Irvine to be the safest city, I would work with our law enforcement to increase their size. Number one, they should be having the most modern equipments and weapons, I would say. The other thing with the fire department, these people are amazing. They are they are giving their lives to save us. And I just really want that they should be equipped with the best available gadgets on earth so that they can do better and not lose their own lives. What I want is to work with the law enforcement is divide the city in some specific boundaries, and there every piece of that boundary should have enough law enforcement people who can save us from any kind of bad things happening or any disasters. So bad things and disasters basically covers the law enforcement as well as our fire department. You might have heard about the BLM movement recently, which has been, part of Irvine, the protest. And I would definitely like to work with the armed forces to treat everybody same. They should not be using any distinct behavior when they are talking to any person. Basically, I being a colorblind myself by the skin, I would like them to be the same too. So that when they are talking, then there is nobody who can say that law enforcement person was biased towards anything. So I would definitely like to work with the department and make them more strong, because again, Irvine is attracting so many people and it is just filling up. And for the safety of everyone, we should definitely be promoting our officers. And somebody was also talking about the defunding of police, and not somebody, but it is a big topic. I am really opposed to it. That is what my stand on this. Thank you.
Authorities say 80% of human trafficking cases end up in Orange County because it is an affluent community. How will you bring awareness to this uncomfortable topic if given the opportunity to sit on the City of Irvine City Council and provide comfort to survivors of this activity?
Thank you for the question. And it is really a serious situation that is happening in Orange County based on the authorities' data of 80%, which means that we have to find and get to the root of the problem. And that is why in my other answers, I said that we have to make our law enforcement more strong. The reason of that is these trafficking cases, they are basically started by mistakes of the young ones and giving opportunities to the criminals. So that is how it starts, which everybody know. What we have to do is we definitely have to get into it, and we have to do like all hands on deck, I would call it, to just remove this bad thing from our Orange County. Not even Orange County, I want it to be removed from the earth, because this is a heinous crime where you are just having minors, telling them the lies, showing them dreams, and just using them and misusing them all the time, which is really bad. And this actually gives the other people a easy access or easy business to start off, because they do not have to invest anything. They just have to invest a little bit of their own false sentiments. Other than that, they just can start this and hurt so many minors as well as their families, who will be broken down by missing their child. It is really bad. So what I would do is I would go with those authorities who have given me this 80% of data, human trafficking data, and will ask them, hey, how we can eradicate it, because I'm sure that there are resolution to this thing. It is not that there is no resolution. There are. We just have to implement them. I have to talk to those authorities what actually is stopping them to not get these people. And I would be open to every suggestion from the residents, from the community leaders, from our law enforcement leaders to just do a planning and eradicate this problem forever. Thank you.
As you may know, the City of Irvine anticipates a $20 million deficit. If elected, what 3 steps would you take to put our city on a firmer financial footing and help eliminate longer-term city fiscal impacts of COVID-19?
Thank you for a very, very good question, because regardless of whatever we are doing to fight with COVID-19 and managing to keep ourselves, survive, I would definitely say that we have to work with our small businesses, first of all, because small businesses are the backbone of any city's economy. We can have, all big companies, higher paid jobs and everything. But again, the most city can be depending on is the taxes on things which smaller people or the, small businesses can support to the city. So in my opinion, I would first do that, and then I would be helping the small businesses, and then I will talk to the companies and the opportunities, or to whosoever I have to bring more jobs in Irvine. And that also, as I say, small businesses are good in doing the business, and they are the one who can give the opportunity to anybody right when they are at the door. So this one would boost our economy. And after that, I will be going to people and bringing more those kinds of businesses which can really help the city to go forward and make the city's financial strong. So this is what my plan is right now. In the COVID, I still have to, go into the city office and, learn a few things. But I know what small and little things can make a difference in the financial economy. So I will be doing that for the first, and as soon as the deficit can go away, I will work hard and tirelessly. If I have to work, what many hours, I don't care. I have done that in the past, and I'm not afraid of working. So I would say that is my first main goal, to bring our small businesses back on their feet. Thank you.
Leadership in the City of Irvine is known to have a strong relationship with its community developers. During your term, do you think that building new homes and commercial space, or rehabbing, expanding, and better utilizing our existing homes and commercial space will be of greater importance? Has any major community developer contributed to your current campaign, and would this contribution influence this decision?
Well, thank you. That is a very open-ended kind of question, which we can talk all day long, or maybe weeks and months. So on the commercial side, I would say commercial buildings or commercial development is good, because it brings businesses, it brings jobs to our economy for the city, and it will definitely help, as we were talking about our deficit earlier. So this is definitely something, but we do not want to make it a place of concrete, like where all the buildings are just standing there and there is a lot of people coming in and out of it. We want to make sure what is best for the city to do the business. Because I would give you an example. I'm not against anything, but there is some area about 45 miles from here. I would say the name Temecula, and every major cross street in that city, what I have seen is there is a very big shopping complex, and there are similar kind of shops. So now both are struggling because there is so much competition, and people can just sway from here to here because they have so many choices, which I think is a very good idea, to have competition and have choices. But again, we have to make sure that if somebody is in a business, he is not there just to lose his ability to make profit or, give jobs to others or, grow himself out. But we definitely want that we should have very, very good choice of commercial shops or centers or, businesses who are really can who can really thrive with the situation and the location, and they can actually give back to the community. So that is what my take on the commercial side. Homes, Irvine is definitely attracting so many people, and I don't know if people have seen, but I have seen the development of this great park area. It was a jungle, and now it is, it's filled up with the houses and very nice, accommodations for the people. People are coming here, buying dailies day and night, and spending, their life savings in here. But again, we do not want to make Great Park like so congested that all the open area we have, we lose it. So I just want to say that, as a city council member, my main role or my main goal will be to talk on each and every development, how it is going and why it is being done, so that we are answerable to people of Irvine, because there are so many things which are being built, not built, and there are confusion all along, and people are so worried that their property prices might go down because of this is made or this is not made. So I would be very, very careful. The final answer on the last part of the question, anybody had anything to contribute in my campaign? No, nobody has. And I would say, even if anybody has done that, I will not be biased, because in the city, at the position I'm sitting as a serving member for the community members, for the residents. I will not be biased, even if the developer takes his contribution money back. I don't care. Okay, thank you.
In recent months, the city of Irvine and the nation have been faced by several challenges. What do you see as the single biggest challenge for the city of Irvine going into 2021?
Very good question. And I would say that, this is kind of a related to the transparency to the community, because there is no other way that a council member or an office would see, people criticizing that. So I would say that I have also seen and heard in my, few years in Irvine, not few, 18 years is a long time, but I have heard, news, and I am also seeing that some of the office holders, not the candidates, but some of the office holders in the past and, just before the election, they have been found to, talk to people, in a separate closed room meetings. Why? Why they have to do that? Why they cannot talk publicly? And like you and me are talking, means I can talk right now, let the people hear it, what we are talking about. So this is something which is the, the worst challenge we are having, that people are not very open. The city people, although the public, documents are available, but not everybody, like me as a normal general person, I can go every time on the city side and try to read their 600-page document. Sometimes I get the meeting notes from the city and I don't understand what they are. So we have to be speaking the language of the people, like you and I are talking. We have to be very, very clear on everything. If we want to say that, hey, the street light on this crossing was approved by mayor and councilman too, then it should be that way. Why we have to make a 3-page document to say, okay, this is, and so what I'm trying to say is, everything has to be very, very clear, because right now people are a little bit satisfied. And I was on one of the city meeting where actually our current mayor brought it up, because now you can actually be on the meetings online. This is, a good thing that pandemic has taught us. So I was seeing that, and there were, it was great park related meetings, and our current mayor actually put up the statement that, hey, the language of all these either should be summarized or should be written that way where people can understand it. So I think that is something, if I go into the office, I will make sure that that is the first thing happens. And by 2021, within a year, we should be done with it. There is no hidden meetings. There is no closed door meetings. So, because I am that kind of person, I just don't lie. I just don't want to hear lies, and I just don't want to make false promises to anybody. So, thank you.
In regards to the Veterans Cemetery, which has been a seemingly endless discussion in the city of Irvine, do you support building a Veterans Cemetery in Irvine, California? What steps, if any, would you take to make sure that this process continues to move forward in a direction that will result in honoring Orange County veterans and providing them with a final resting place for their bravery and service to the United States of America?
Thank you for the question, because this question actually has not been a question anymore. It has become sentiment for the people. And this has become more sentimental question or an issue or concern for the people who really have veterans in their family, or they are self-veteran, or means they're the veterans, families who are all there to support veterans at this time. And that's why they want that if somebody has lived in Irvine for quite a long time, or a veteran is living in Irvine, then he should be, in the same cemetery. So I'm sorry that my knowledge on this topic is not too much, because I have not heard so many of the arguments other than that cemetery should be here, people are not making it or not building it, and there are some people who are saying, oh, if cemetery is here, our home prices would go down, and this and that. And so this is something that we cannot take a decision like right away, and that's why I think it is a seemingly endless discussion going on. But my main take will be to have a meeting with both groups who are in favor and who are not in favor, to make the cemetery in Irvine, and talk to them together to find out exactly. I hope there might be some document which might be, taken down, notes that this has been discussed already. But again, I do not know what exactly has been talked. So I might be biased if I say yes or no to this answer. I want to educate myself first, and then I will get into it. And I'm sure that people will understand my take on it, because I'm pretty new. And previously I said I just don't want to say yes to everything. I just don't want to lie to people that, okay, yeah, this will be done if I'm there. No, I cannot do that. You don't like me, fine, but I cannot be biased just because one group wanted it and the other group do not want it. So I have to educate myself. But as I said, there are people who are very, very committed. There is, I won't take the name, but there are a few candidates who are, a few of the council candidates who are actually promising people that, yes, let me in and I will get it done, which is really something, to play with the sentiments of the people who want the cemetery here. Because if during that term, again, this topic goes without any action, the people will get hurt. Their sentiments will hurt, and, they might cry. I do not want to do that. So, I won't say that it should be here or not, but I will educate myself. And as soon as I get into office, or not get into office, whatever the situation is, I would definitely like to talk about this topic so that it is once done, because currently it is kind of making, two different type of forces in our city, within the neighbors, within the communities. And there is no, I don't know why people are not taking action, honestly. Because if I am having a fight with my neighbor on something or argument on something, I might not be able to sleep for a couple of days that, hey, what the heck I have done. So, these kinds of things, and that kind of person I am. So I would definitely like to talk to people, and, then I can have my stand. But I would just say that anybody promising this, that, I will get this done, please avoid saying that. It will just hurt people's feelings. Thank you.
As we move toward the conclusion of this episode of the Forum video series, I will turn to Anshul Garg for his concluding thoughts.
Thank you very much. And at the concluding thought, I actually am really excited to be on this forum. There are very, very strong questions which you have asked, and they are all the questions which are very near to the hearts of Irvine residents. And they will be definitely, voting based on those. So I would just want to get directly into my goals now, because those are the important things for people to listen. So my first goal is to make and keep our city safe as it is. And for that, I have to work with the armed forces and our law enforcement departments, because we definitely have to increase their size, because if we want to be safe, then there are enough cops on the road. They are the one who are going to be helping us. Everybody is dependent on 911 too much. So we have to make our city safe. So no defunding for the cops, no defunding for any of the law enforcement department. I have myself been a certified member of emergency response team, which is called CERT. It is in Irvine. It is run in association with the fire department. The other one is Community Police Academy, which is called a CPA. I have done and certified both these courses, where I have actually, took the training in the main offices of both these law enforcement agencies. And now I am very, very much closer than other people or the normal people who have not done these certifications, to say that how our cops work and how much they have put the effort. You might see a little example I just want to share with you. You might see, cops are coming with a really kind of flat face. I now know why they do that, because they are actually not aware that the door they are knocking on, what is behind that door. So that's why they always have to be, active. They always have to be focused. And that is why they do things what they do. The other thing, I would definitely like to work with them to, more, I would say, not training, but maybe advanced training, so that they can treat every person they meet with the same status. They are not biased by skin color or anything. They just are talking to the person as a neighbor can talk or a community person can talk. This is the first one. Second one, as I have said previously, my broken record will run again, is small businesses. They need our help. They need our help to get back, and because small businesses make the economy stable for any city. We have to get them back. We just cannot say that, yeah, it is pandemic. Yes, it is pandemic, but people are living. They are traveling. They are going, I have heard people have gone vacation too. So people are doing that. Again, it is the same kind that if you get into an accident, you just don't stop driving a car. You get it fixed and keep yourself running. The same way, we need that. Financially, we might have to help them. We will be looking to federal and state and whosoever agency can help at this time to boost the economy. That would be great. So that is something which I want to do for every small businesses. I have seen my friends have closed down businesses, which is very disheartening. But I am trying to help them in any way I can. The third and major one is that it is on a little bit on the positive side that I would try to go for the renewable energy, the solar energy, which mostly now, few of the new houses are being built. They have it already, but I would like to kind of implement it throughout the city so that people can have, or who have the opportunity, they can have, switch the cars to electric cars, or the hybrid ones at least, so that the carbon footprint we talked about is, it will go less. The next thing is I would just want to do a full stop on plastic, because plastic is something which is non-degradable, and it is seen all the way, in the city. Everybody is kind of selling them like in cups and whatnot, but these are really hard to degrade, and we are actually hurting our earth, the mother nature, right? So we do not want to do that. I want to have a stop on plastic. Next one is recycle. I have been studying for some time about the recycling system of UCI. UCI, you might know that UCI is kind of a different island on Irvine, which do not participate in any way to help, kind of Irvine city itself, because they have their own system, they have their own police, they have their everything of their own. So a little bit of taxes might be coming in, because the UCI people might come out and go eat somewhere and this and that. Other than that, everything is there. So I would like to see, because their recycling system is basically, I have not seen, but I have heard that the same bins which collects the trash, they actually combust it some way right there. So I have to find out how we can understand that and implement that throughout the city. I would like to go for a bigger campaign to implement that thing everywhere, because we just want to get away from our trash, and people has to be a little bit cautious about what they are throwing in their trash. So anyhow, so these are the 4 major points. Then other than that, the grassroots level, I have some of the things which must have competition, as I was talking earlier about different kind of competition which was in commercial area. But I would like, in some areas, I would like the competition, like the internet services. Every area of Irvine, or most of the areas of Irvine, have monopoly from someone, and they cannot change their internet provider, which is very sad for those people, because these monopoly actually pushes the owners to raise the fee anytime, to decrease the service anytime, which is not good. And while we all are learning to do everything online now, we need internet, and we need it cheap, because we are $100-$200 are too much even for me. I'm thinking about it, and this is something which I definitely want to work on. And because I will have open channels with the people, I will do my best to have connected with the people every time throughout the day with even my cell phone. I would like to get people involved with me, so that we can, as the city council members, we can make better and informed decisions. Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about Anshul Garg, please read the description below. And don't forget to vote on November 3rd, 2020.